So any huge difficulties filming in Las Vegas?
The only difficulty was COVID protocols and everything, because if you get a positive test, you have to shut down production. And there's like zones of rules through SAG, and all of the governments of each state have on their own kind of protocols. But luckily, we dodged all COVID positive tests on our set. We had 2 actors that tested positive, testing outside before they even came to Vegas.
Okay.
So we had to recast them. But besides the COVID side of things and being on a very tight, small budget, we're very, very proud of what we accomplished on this film. It's kind of we all kind of decided, hey, let's just push this through and make it during COVID when people weren't working. And we toughed it out and took the risk and did it.
Right. So like nobody coming late to set, nobody partying, because you guys are in Vegas.
Funny you say that. Since COVID and the restrictions and we were in a bubble, we said no one's going out to casinos. You're not going to go out and party. So most of us stayed in Airbnbs in our bubble.
Okay.
And only a couple actors stayed in casinos, but we had them at a hotel without a casino below.
Oh, okay.
Because we didn't want to get anybody testing positive, so we took our precautions and everything.
Right.
But I said, hey, after we wrap, you guys can go do whatever you want in Vegas, because, it's still Vegas, even with masks on and COVID.
Right. What were some of the challenges in bringing the script to life?
The challenges of bringing the script to life, you just really want to make sure it was authentic, right? So we tried to find the locations that match the story. We had an amazing writer, Rich Ronette. He really, kind of made this thing happen with Philippe Haddad. And Higan Machado is the guy that actually introduced all of us together, and Fia and Rick. So we all kind of got together, got the story right. And then executing it was actually quite easy because the writing was so good.
Right.
Oh, there's Fia crossing the camera.
I'm always in the middle.
It was really easy to execute the script because it was such a good story.
Okay.
And my job as a director is to cast correctly. And I feel like our cast did a phenomenal job. They all played their part, which made it easier on me to fly through the days because our schedule was so tight.
So how closely were you working with the writer?
We very closely. He came. Yeah. I always I'm not a writer myself. I just come up with more story ideas.
Okay.
But I really work very, very closely with the writer to understand exactly what his purpose was of writing each scene. So then I can then incorporate into my own concept how I want to portray it.
Okay.
So I do that all the time.
Okay, so this is a cartel movie, a lot of violence, a lot of gun action. How did you prepare, or just what kind of precautions did you take because of all of that?
When you say that, we actually used all airsoft guns because we were kind of scared about guns before the incident happened on that set, Rust. But we had airsoft guns and CGI for all the gun flashes. Also being on a tight budget and schedule, we didn't have time for squibs and everything else that you have to do. So we really flew through that. The precautions, we did a little bit of training on the Pro Gun Club. We shut off some rounds before we shot the movie. We had Higan Machado basically really work with us on the fighting sequences and everything else. And then we literally had Higan and Jalen Moore and a few of the other actors that really had done this before, working with guns and Marine style movements and following the sequences correctly. So they all gave us advice, and the Pro Gun Club was really helpful with their team of people. So it was a collaboration of a lot of people.
Yeah, it's important to make it look natural too.
You want to be authentic to the story, and plus, I don't want a Marine to watch this or a DEA agent or something like they didn't do that completely. They hate that. Yeah. I've heard that.
Yeah, people catch that.
Yeah. So I try to be as authentic as we can with the filmmaking. Yeah. Sometimes though, when you're doing it in a Hollywood story, though, some things will kind of have to be pushed aside. If it comes to timing or sets problems that happen, etc.
Who's the funniest crew member?
I would say Dionisio Bosco. I call him Dion Bosco. His name was Chili Willy on the set. Chili Willy, come here. I'm talking about it. She said, "Who's the funniest person on our movie set?" Chili Willy. Now this is Chili Willy.
Hello.
It's my brother for over 25 years.
Absolutely.
From another mother, of course.
Yeah.
But
Same dad, though.
He's amazing. Great talent. Super funny. And he definitely was the light in the movie for us. We needed some humor. So thank you, Chili Willy.
I bring what I can. I'm a really dramatic actor, but I felt like this needed to be lightened up a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know.
So I brought a little bit of that humor to it.
I cried in one of your scenes because you're so serious.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
What did you love about your character?
Well, first of all,
tell me about it.
first of all,
Did you love killing people?
I love killing people. And you know what? I was a Filipino.
Which way?
I was a Filipino cartel member in a Mexican cartel. So it's kind of dope. You know what I mean?
That was his
I was
job.
undercover. Yeah. I don't know. What was the question?
You said who was the funniest person on set, and I said Chili,
I
Chili
guess.
Willy was.
Chili Willy. They dubbed me. They gave me a nickname. You know what I mean? I got a nickname.
Have you tried any of Danny Trejos' tacos?
Oh, of course. I go to the Danny Trejos Cantina in Hollywood, right there off Cahuenga, his place. I went there before we shot the movie. I went there after we shot the movie, and I'm a huge fan of Danny Trejo. He was a pleasure to work with. He was amazing to join the team of us. I mean, it was quite an ensemble of cast, right? Even from Philippe Haddad, who was a kind of a newer actor per se to Hollywood. I thought he did a fantastic job portraying the lead character. Callie Morales did an amazing job playing Gloria, his wife.
Okay.
Jalen Moore played Dominique, who was the protector of Philippe's character, and he did a fantastic job. Chili Willy was amazing. Fia played an amazing attorney trying to protect him and get him out of the States before he gets killed. So does he live or not? We don't know. Watch the movie.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Cheers.
You.
We don't know. Watch the movie.
I like the end.
Yeah.
Like that book.